Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech, and I'm here again with my day 3 video of my time with this phone here, the Xiaomi Mi 9. Now it's getting to midnight here in Hong Kong, but I felt compelled to really just do another video here, and I think what I want to do for this with this phone, a little bit different here, is really just share my kind of daily experience with what it's been like using this phone so far. And so today we're going to cover a few kind of other areas of the phone. So mostly focused on kind of performance, but also talking about battery life, a few other specs that I wanted to go over. And then I have a special treat for you guys. I want to do a little bit of PUBG gaming and kind of have my first experience here on the channel, showing you what it's like to play PUBG here on the Xiaomi Mi 9. But let's go right into it here. My 3-day, so far, day 3 review of this phone. It just keeps getting better, guys. Like, this phone has been really solid. I mean, that's the kind of ultimate way to put it. I think if you have a chance, go check out my frankietechvideos.com blog post, because I wrote a blog post about this phone coming full circle. If you don't know, I actually originally reviewed the Xiaomi Mi 8 when I revived my channel around 8 or 9 months ago. And so it's really awesome to be using this phone now, the successor to the Xiaomi Mi 8, as a kind of, and reviewing this phone here. And it's been just an awesome phone to use. I've really enjoyed specifically 3 things. It's been the camera, obviously, but really just holding the phone has been so rewarding. It's just been such a great feel in the hand that I keep taking off. You see it here. I keep taking off the there it is, the TPU case. And normally I use this all the time, but I've been just like chucking it aside because I just don't want to use it with the case. And I probably will regret that at some point, but I've been loving it, using it without the case so far. So let's kind of go into these kind of other segments. One thing I wanted to talk about was the display a little bit more. So we've talked a little bit about design, and obviously it's a really beautiful phone, 170 plus grams, and we got this really nice 6.39 inch display right here. So looking at the display quality, the question that you guys have been asking is, how does it compare to the Mi Mix 3? The Mi Mix 3 has a very similar panel. I don't really notice any difference. In fact, I think Xiaomi came out and said that it was the same panel on this phone as was being used on the Mi Mix 3. So, but I did want to do a quick kind of display look through here of the real world photos I typically go through when I do this. And pardon the kind of brightness here, it's a little bit dark in this setting, so I'm going to go through them right here. So you see there, I mean, it's AMOLED. The colors are bright. The contrast is really great. You see how dark it gets. I mean, the contrast ratio on AMOLED is going to be really great. And even in this kind of darker environment, it is very clear. We're looking at a solid panel here on this phone. I mean, no doubt this is a great panel. Showed it in the kind of the video yesterday. It is looking really good. The one thing I did want to show though was this gamma detection here. And let me see if I can kind of find the example I was talking about. There is a little bit of banding that I've noticed, a bit more than kind of I would have liked. And you can kind of see it there. It happens on certain wallpapers where the banding is a bit more kind of obvious than you might expect. You can kind of see it when you look at this main kind of, it's a little bit dark now. And by the way, so if you guys didn't notice this, the wallpaper I'm using right now, it's called the 24-hour wallpaper. And this wallpaper will adjust to the time of day. So it will keep cycling through. Kind of reminds me of the Mojave wallpaper used in kind of Mac OS. And it's kind of adjusting as the hours go by. So right now it's kind of hard to show you guys the banding. But I have noticed a little bit of banding. You can kind of see it there. But it's not a deal breaker. I mean, at nighttime though, you see there, it looks, you see the little banding right there on the screen. It's not a deal breaker. It's still a solid screen, and I have no doubts it will make you very happy when you use it. Now I did switch, let me show you guys right here. Go to display. I did switch the contrast. I was originally using it on automatic contrast, a little more dull. now switched over to increased contrast. So the colors are a bit sharper now, and it looks pretty good. The other question you guys have been asking about is DRM info. So this is the China version of the phone. I do not have the kind of global version, as you can see right here. I am pretty sure the global version will be having L1 CDM wideband, but unfortunately, this version of the phone has L3. That's not a deal breaker for you guys in Europe or kind of in the Americas. If you get the global version of this phone, you should be able to get the L1 security level on CDM wideband for HD Netflix and all your kind of viewing needs right there. So no problem with that. And then talking about battery as well, this is still something I'm testing here. Now these kind of numbers have changed a little bit here, but I will show you the screen calculation so far is 7 hours, 4 minutes. I think it will get better than that. I mean, the reality is and as you guys know, I do battery drain tests, and that is something I definitely plan to do on this phone, but I will be pitting it against a few other new phones. Maybe if you've noticed recently that I got. Let's see if I can get it here. That's right, this is the Samsung Galaxy S10e, and I can't wait to kind of pit this phone against this one in that battery drain test, because both phones have around, like a 3,000 plus milliampere battery, and then, compared to something like the Honor V20 right here, I mean, this one has a much, okay, let's do that later. This one has a much larger battery. And yet, it only lasted around 9 hours, 9.5 hours in my battery drain test. So stay tuned for that battery drain test and hit me up in the comments. Listen, guys, I'll do four phones in that battery drain test. So you have your Xiaomi Mi 9, Honor V20. Keep messaging me in the comments there which other phones you'd like to see in that drain test. I think the S10e would be the other one, but hit me up which would be the fourth phone you would want to include in that drain test right there. So battery life, though, honestly has been pretty good. I kind of took it off the charge at around maybe 2 p.m. and we're down at 65%. So it's not so bad, but it's also not so great. It could be a lot better. And I've been using this phone, here and there, but at the same time, been doing a lot of hot spotting and also been kind of doing that kind of stuff. So it is overall, I think, though, a pretty good battery, but I need to kind of put it more through its paces. Need to do some kind of some calls on it. I need to do, I think the main thing I need to do is just do more gaming on it. So there's a great segue to this next section here, and that's it. We're going right in to PUBG right here on the Xiaomi Mi 9. A first time here on Frankie Tech. And now this is not an exhaustive gaming review here. I just want to play the game with you guys right here and see how long does it take, to get started here. And I will lower the volume there a little bit. Let's go for that classic Frankie Tech swim test. And in the meantime, let me just share a little bit of what this is looking like. Now you see the lighting there is a little bit off. It's looking pretty good. And the one negative I can see already, though, is that they're not utilizing the full screen there. I really wish they were. I think they can be adjusted, but let's go swimming here. Let's just see how this handles PUBG here on the Xiaomi Mi 9. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh, wow. So the phone is not sweating whatsoever now. It's it honestly doesn't feel like it's doing anything, really, which is really good. And I gotta say, I can't reiterate this enough, guys. This phone, this Snapdragon 855 has been a game changer. And I really am excited to compare it specifically next to the phone I just got there, that Galaxy S10e, because it turns out the S10e that I have is not this Snapdragon 855 version. It's actually the Exynos 9820 processor, and that will be a very unique thing to be able to compare here on the channel. So let's fly down here. turn up the volume here. And you guys, the other question we're asking about was, what about dual speakers? So you hear it there. Nothing doing there. It is definitely not a dual speaker setup here. And let me just double check to make sure. Once again, I mean, there's a little bit of sound coming out of the actual phone speaker here, but it's not dual speakers in the sense that you guys are thinking about it. So anyways, let's go here and run around in PUBG for a little bit. I'll play a few minutes here, and just wanted to show you guys, and let's kind of raise the brightness here because it's a little dark. Let's see what PUBG is like on this Xiaomi Mi 9. Now, I don't want to wake up the whole house because it's already past midnight here. I'm here for you guys, dudes. I told you I was going to go hard on this phone. I was going to bust ass on this phone. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. Keep hitting me up in the comments, guys, with any questions you have about this phone, the kinds of videos you'd like to see on this phone. I'm gonna just absolutely just crush the coverage on this phone because as you know, I love not just Xiaomi phones, but specifically the Mi 8 was one of the most important phones that I ever... Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. There's someone here, and we got to kill them. Okay, that did not go very well there. Let's go get some guns real quick. I think they're... Dude, how can I only find crowbars in here? This is ridiculous. Yo, somebody help me out here. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to go in here, get some more guns real quick. Let's go in here. And sorry to anyone who's my actual teammate here. Oh, there you go. I got some guns now. Oh, we got some guns. We're in business now. Let me kill at least one person before I wrap this up here. I can't play this game the whole time. I would love to keep playing, but unfortunately, I'm going to be one of those annoying people who jumps out of the game. Sorry to whoever's my teammate here. And this is not going very well at all here. You can almost hear the crickets. It's midnight here, guys. And sorry to you midnight players here. And there's absolutely no one here. So let's move around a little bit. And so you can see it here, guys, like playing on the Mi 9. It is just solid. I mean, I haven't seen a single frame rate drop yet. And that kind of says it all right there. So I'm going to kind of wrap up this game here, jumping on this motorcycle. One of my favorite things to do in this game is actually drive around. So let's go ahead and drive around now. There we go. And let's wrap up this coverage here on the Xiaomi Mi 9. And sorry to you guys who are hoping for some better gameplay there. I didn't even shoot anyone there. But you know what? Just to show you guys what it looked like here on the Xiaomi Mi 9 playing PUBG. I will definitely be doing a full gaming review on this phone soon, so stay tuned. So we'll get back into that in a bit. I will go ahead and finish that game. So in the meantime, though, hit me up with any comments, any questions you have about this phone. Day 3 review of this phone. It's a blast. What can I say? It's been really a pleasure to use. And if you haven't read my blog post, go ahead and read it because I do share some kind of more personal information there about why did I stop my channel, why did I start it, and one of the reasons why I started my channel was for phones like this. One of the reasons why I revived the channel was to be able to review some of these awesome value phones like the Xiaomi Mi 8 that just when you realize what you're getting for the price are just really, really great options. And not just that, really, I think define what is happening in the smartphone market now. You're having these great Snapdragon 855, 8 GB of RAM, 128 storage phones that are coming in at half the price of the Galaxy S10, the iPhone XS Max, and all these other phones. It's an incredible time to be a phone fanatic, and I can't wait to share more details of this awesome phone and the upcoming Mi 9 SE as well with you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, this quick day 3 update, give me that thumbs up. It's not quick, it's 15 minutes already, but you know, the classic Frankie Tech quick, it's like 15 minutes. You give me 15 minutes, I'll give you an hour, you know? And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for future updates. That's it for this straight one-take view, day 3 review of the Xiaomi Mi 9. Thanks for watching, guys. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Y'all have a good one.